Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Malaysia Horoscope January 2021. And this is for you coming from Taurus. This program is based on Malaysia's two dates of birth, 31st of August 1957 and 16th of September 1963. And midnight is taken in both cases at the time of birth. Before I begin, here's my email address. Send me an email if you wish to have a 90-minute session with me. And during these 90 minutes, based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, I'll be able to talk to you about your 9 years. And your 9 years to cover all areas of your life, including teaching you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers once and for all. More than that, how to look into that superior energy you have that I call the soul within you and connect with it. We'll talk about that later. The first 15 days, the first 15 days of January for you coming from Taurus, they are going to be difficult days. And these first 15 days, in many areas, obstruction and obstacles and hurdles from planets. So it's going to be tough going for you. In the job area, you have to be careful that your job is not secure and you can get bad news in terms of losing your job. And in the job area, watch out, the superiors can turn against you. So we have to be careful and you have to control your temper. Otherwise, the clash between you and colleagues and also bosses will take place. You cannot afford that to happen. Basically, the security of your job has weakened, and so be careful in the first 15 days of January. If you are in business, you have to be careful that losses can go out of control, and any element of risk that you expose yourself to, you'll have to pay very dearly, meaning that you'll regret you ever started something new or anything about a change in business or trying to add something in business. The best is to just consolidate, which means look after what you have. That's good enough because out of 9 planets, only one planet is there to steady the ship. That's not enough to show any profit. So business is going to be a struggle. Financial speculation areas. Be careful. The stock market and the forex and such financial speculation areas. Your luck is not there in the first 15 days of January. And if you're not careful, the news is going to be that losses can mount very fast. So any exposure to risk will suddenly be felt by you. However much the financial speculation market is doing, you are not somehow in tandem with it. So your luck is not there. Lie low. If you find a new romance, it's going to be a very difficult one that you find. Trouble will come very quickly, and differences of opinion will put you at a disadvantage very fast. So don't rush towards a person who shows interest in you. Take your time and work toward that slowly because your luck is not there at all about a new romance contact. And if you find one, it will be difficult. If you have an ongoing romance, you'll be able to do a bit better because you've already known the person. But even then, I worry that the first 15 days of January, bad temper, arguments, differences of opinion are all seen to trouble you. So the danger is that your ongoing romance can weaken very fast and the worst can happen, which means that you will lose that romance if you're not careful. Now, regarding new romance and ongoing romance, very troublesome, weakens very fast. If you are married, then the chances of your marriage going bad are very, very easy to see. And so, the last thing you want again is to be aggressive in speech and action and to be trying to see at the same point of view rather than different points of view. Take the effort to do that. You'll be much luckier. You need to work very hard in your marriage to keep things on an even keel because off balance things and your marriage will become very sour very quickly. The last 16 days of January 2021, they also remain not good. So what happens with your job? The security is very minimal. You cannot afford to rock the boat. You cannot afford to do things that your bosses may not like. You cannot afford to not concentrate. Miscommunication, miscalculation takes place very fast where your job is concerned. The risk factor puts blame on you very quickly. So it's not a good last 16 days at all where job is concerned. Work hard, you might just lose it easily. Business areas. No, you cannot still move ahead. There's too many blockages which come unexpectedly and suddenly. So if you have a business going already, just stay as you are. Consolidate, which simply means look after what you have. Don't add anything new. Otherwise, you're going to find many problems mounting one by one in the last 16 days of January, where business is concerned, and you won't be able to manage them at all. Financial speculation areas are not going to be nice and kind to you. So the last thing you want to do is to expose yourself to financial speculation, stock market or the forex. Whatever the market does, the market will do. Some people may be lucky, but not you, because your horoscope last 16 days of January shows a tendency of not getting support from the crucial planets. So you'll be left easily to be the loser. So go very gingerly and very carefully. If you find a new romance in the last 16 days of January, it's going to be a very troublesome one. So think carefully before you rush into the arms of that person. Think carefully to do research on that person. Too many negative planets are there, showing somebody who is not on the waves on the same wavelength as you. And of course, arguments, difficulties will also be seen. And if you have an ongoing romance, trouble can brew very, very fast. Don't take your ongoing romance partner for granted. Very quickly, bad news can come. In fact, you may discover that something is already happening to weaken your ongoing romance. So watch out last 16 days of January. Problems are seen. If you are married, then the marriage area needs a lot of help from you. Well, it's you listening to me. So tell yourself not to find confrontation. And if it's your marriage partner looking for confrontation, back off. Tell yourself rather than attack, try to somehow simmer it down by being as nice and as kind as you can. So it's going to be a bad 16 days, last 16 days of January. Now, regarding colors, colors are very powerful things. When we wear a certain color, we gain the energy from that color, and that color against the energy from the planet who controls that color. That's how it works. The color I have chosen for you, you coming from Taurus, is the color turquoise. Wear as much turquoise as you can during the whole month of January. Off and on, try to wear that as much as you can. Contact that color. And you will become very lucky with the color turquoise. And you'll have the chance to do turquoise colored things which bring magic for you. And that color turquoise may help you get a good foundation in the month of January. I'm going to give you some ages, which if you are of these ages, you'll become very lucky. And if you are the ages of 24, well, even 16, age of 16, 1 6, 16, age of 16 or 24 or 33 or 42 or 51 or 60 or 69 or 78 or even 87, you're going to be extremely lucky. Never mind the ups and downs of the planets in the month of January. You'll have the special added value luck, which will give you more stability than the others. So you will start to do very well if you're of these ages. I'm going to give you another set of ages where you have to be very careful. And you coming from Taurus, if you happen to be the ages of 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72 or even 81 or even 90, you're going to come under tremendous pressure on top of all that I've said. More pressure from the planets as well. If you have these negative ages which I've just mentioned, you have to be very careful of accidents or losing money or losing job or losing family or anything like that can happen. Unhappiness will be seen. Direction energy. Now, around the world, around our globe, planets are seen all around us. So when we face a certain direction, it can mean good luck or bad luck. And the direction I want you to face as much as possible in the month of January, you're coming from Taurus, would be east. Face east as much as you can, and you will attract a lot of positive energies in all areas of your life. And when you face east, the glow of these planets will give you that hope and the ability to overcome and surmount problems as well. That's how powerful colors are. Now, this 90-minute session, yes, I have this 90-minute session to talk to you about the next 9 years in your life, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. And it's all be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. More than that, I will show you how to benefit from formulating your own personal lucky lottery numbers once and for all. I'll teach you the system. And I'll show you how to reach into that magical side inside you. I call it the soul, and how to connect to that. That's how I will teach you. More than that, I will show you how to benefit from your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. And you will be able to benefit from that a great deal as well. So, in all these magical ways, you'll be able to benefit from this 90-minute session that I'll offer you, which will cost you USD $50. That's all. And so here's my email once more. If you are interested in this 90-minute session to know your next 9 years and get all that other valuable information just for USD $50, then send me this email. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you a good month, and be careful of January. You can surmount anything. Listen to my advice and follow it. And step by step, you will see that you will be able to work it out. Until we meet one day, thank you and goodbye.